What's up guys, Guru here and welcome back to another 6pm content video where today level 40 is now obtainable. That is right, you can earn yourselves that ribery card if you have the premium season pass. I'm going to explain how to do it and let you know everything else 6pm content related. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like rating, let me know down below who has been your best pack pull over Prem TOTS. It is the final day, the final 24 hours of it. Hopefully you've packed some good cards already, or you've got a final 24 hours to grind, but without further ado, let's just get into things. And so here we go. Now, as I say, you do have the availability to get to level 40. That is because the season XP has refreshed. Now, if you have done everything so far, then you're going to be able to do it. If you haven't done everything so far, then obviously it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But in terms of what we have available to us today, weekly objectives are back. Now, this is going to be straight away another 1,600 XP. Now, if you have already done the daily play, unfortunately, you can't do that for another few hours. So, this will probably be completed on Saturday. But, again, another good chunk of SP. Worst case scenario, about 1,000 of it so far there. And then moving forward, we do have the daily login upgrade completionist back. So, again, continuing to do this. It's the same rewards as last week. But at the same time, who cares? It's free rewards. You don't mind it. Daily play is there as well. But unfortunately, that is it for objectives for today. Now, I don't think we have any Evos either. In all honesty, I don't think we're expecting too much anyway with Evos. They've been all right this week. Maybe not the best in the world. We'll probably get some tomorrow, obviously, with it being Bundesliga team this season, which we will cover that in a second as well. But before we go into there, another way you can actually earn some season progress, and the reason why people are so high up already isn't because they're just doing it in Ultimate Team. You also have manager objectives available, so literally just a case of playing 7 games. Now, for some reason, mine are already completed. Hopefully, if you just refresh the game, they should be all done. But that straight away there is another 1,500 season progress. Same with doing the player objectives. Again, another 1,500 there. So straight away, that's 3,000 season progress for probably about an hour's worth of going into a game, putting the controller down, walking away, coming back, and doing it multiple times. You can also obtain some season progress in Rush. I think there's about 1,600. Maybe a little bit more, maybe about 1,800 available, plus the daily stuff, which will give you, again, about 250 season progress. This is one of those where I personally don't do it, so that's why I'm a little bit further behind. But if you're really wanting to grind out this game and get that ribery card as early as possible, that is how you do it. So going back into things, we did also have seasonal objectives. If you have for some reason played no games at all, this is where you get some extra season rewards. Now, this might have actually refreshed, because it's a weekly objective, so therefore, again, you would get another, 1,300 season progress, just by literally playing the game. Great if it is the case. I'm not 100% sure if that does refresh or not, but we'll have to see. In terms of SBCs for today, not really too much. However, there is a trio of SBCs coming in. Now, I don't know whether they've put them all in the same one, or I think they have. I think they have put them in the same one. So, you can get a damsgard team of the season honorable mention, and you can get a wissa team of the season honorable mention, and by completing both of those SBCs, you then go ahead and get an mbeumo. I quite like the way that EA have linked this all together, because this is a trio for Brentford that have actually played very well this season. Yes, they may be not in the top spots, but to see these three link up has actually been very good. In terms of the cards, they're nothing really too spectacular. However, they are super cheap to grind towards, and worst case scenario is just going to be some good 90 to 92 rated fodder for you. Now, as I say, 5-star, 4-star, not too bad on mbeumo. Can play as a striker, right wing and right mid. Or Hawk probably is realistically the best option for him. Maybe not the best playstyles in the world, but it's alright. Wissa, again, maybe not the best playstyles, but are actually pretty decent. I'd probably look at a Maestro on him. His pace is pretty much good enough anyway, so you wouldn't really need to touch that. He can play as a striker and then on the left-hand side. And then you have damsgard as a cam centre mid or left wing. So again, you could make a front three available from them. His pace is pretty good. So again, you probably are looking at either a Maestro, or if you're using him as a centre mid, maybe something to improve the defending a little bit more. But he has got finesse shot plus. He's got technical plus. Personally, for me, the best playstyles that I would use out of the three of them. But for an 84 and 85 rated team to get 3 cards, it's fairly simple to do. We do also have marquee matchups coming in from what I'm aware of. It is a 45k pack. Unfortunately, nobody really too bothered buy marquee matchups anymore. However, if you start a brand new account, it's a great way to make coins. You can probably make about 10 to 15k from that, which will instantly just give you a team of the season if you need to. I personally think it's a good way to do things. On top of that, as I was saying before, Bundesliga team of the season is tomorrow. Now, we did already have, I think, in the news tab, this loading screen, so we can pretty much work out it's obviously going to be Harder, Kane, and Ozyman as 97 rated cards. However, one thing we do know is if we hop over onto Twitter, EA have confirmed some cards. So we do have the Moments cards coming in for the Women's League. That is going to be, I mean, maybe not the best cards in the world, but at least they're special. And we have the men's cards coming in. Now, Bino Gittins, I think, will be a very good card if you can get your hands on him. The other two, again, it's just going to be pure fodder. But what is good is because rewards have now changed in FUT Champs. So, heading back over into Ultimate Team, this is what people are probably more concerned about in terms of today's content. Because going from 9 wins upwards, you now have a minimum 93 rated Bundesliga or Women's League TOTS, which I think is much better because obviously you could have got 6 out of those 6 moments cards there, or now 4 of those don't actually appear, and therefore you only have 2 of the better options available to you. Now, yes, EA are probably going to push some of those mid-tier cards to 93 rated now, sort of the cards that nobody really cares too much about. Everything else has changed, stayed the same in rewards, nothing else has changed, but at least we've had a positive change in rewards so that if you do get 9, 10, 11, 13 or 15 wins, it does become a little bit more beneficial for you. So personally, fair play to EA on doing that. Now, I'm not going to cover any of the leaked cards. Just don't know whether you guys like that or not. I might even do a separate standalone video for them. But in terms of the final day of Team of the Season, it's been fairly good for Premier League, but maybe not the best in the world. Maybe there's been certain things that have been lacking a little bit. I personally would have appreciated draft objective at some point as well. I have no idea why EA haven't even bothered touching draft. Again, it's a dead game mode that is either going to be taken out next year or they really need to revamp. Evos have been okay, but maybe nothing too spectacular. The SBCs have been good, but definitely not great. However, next week, I can guarantee there will be some good SBCs coming out. The only thing that has been positive in SBCs is you can now use Team of the Seasons or Team of the Weeks. It does make things a little bit better, but either still, like, it's one of them where it's been a mediocre week. Yes, we've had some pretty decent content, but we've also had some maybe not so great content. Hopefully that's going to change. I wish we packed Harry Kane in 24 hours time, because tomorrow we will have a fairly decent pack opening. Maybe not the biggest that we've done, because I have opened for everything for Premier League Team of the Season. I am going to save the 84 times 7s. I'm going to save the eFigs for Ultimate Team of the Season. And I will save some 83 times 10s for tomorrow, just to see in case we can get a blue. But for now, that is pretty much Premier League Team of the Season done. Unfortunately, no blues here for me today. We are going to be missing out on a few of those cards I wanted. The likes of Trent, the likes of Gravenberch. Sorry, not Gravenberch, I packed him. The likes of McAllister, I just have missed out on. Hopefully you guys have packed some good stuff. But for now, that's what we're going to leave it for Prem Team of the Season. And we will be back for Bundesliga Team of the Season tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.